Rumors are exploding, tensions are rising, and fans are asking one question: are Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner heading toward a breaking point after Coachella 2026? Stay with us, because what insiders are revealing might completely change how you see this relationship. And before we dive deeper, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from simple, and your voice matters. The glamorous desert nights of Coachella 2026 painted a picture-perfect romance. Cameras captured laughter, subtle touches, and fleeting moments that quickly went viral across social media. To the public, it looked like a fairy tale, Hollywood's rising intellectual star and beauty empire royalty blending worlds effortlessly. But behind the scenes, whispers tell a very different story. A story not of harmony, but of pressure, expectations, and a relationship being tested in ways fans never imagined. Sources close to the situation suggest that the aftermath of Coachella didn't just bring more attention, it brought tension. For Timothee, whose career trajectory continues to skyrocket with critically acclaimed roles and high-profile projects, the spotlight has never been brighter. Yet with that spotlight comes an unrelenting demand: focus, discipline, and strategic choices. Insiders claim that those within his professional circle are beginning to worry that his relationship could become a distraction at a crucial moment in his career. And that's where things begin to shift. Because while Timothee is navigating a world of scripts, awards buzz, and artistic credibility, Kylie operates in an entirely different universe, one built on branding, influence, and constant public engagement. It's a dynamic that once seemed exciting, even refreshing. But now, some are questioning whether those differences are becoming too difficult to balance. What happens when two powerful worlds collide, but refuse to align? Friends reportedly say that conversations between the two have become more complicated. Not explosive, but layered. Subtle disagreements. Differing priorities. A growing awareness that love alone might not be enough to bridge the gap between their lifestyles. And yet, neither of them has publicly addressed any issues, leaving fans to read between the lines of every appearance, every photo, every silence. Here's where things get even more intriguing. Midway through Coachella, there were moments, small, almost unnoticeable, that now seem significant in hindsight. A brief separation during events. A shift in body language. A change in energy that only the most observant fans picked up on. At the time, it was dismissed as nothing. Now, those same clips are being replayed, analyzed, and debated across the internet. Was that the moment things began to unravel? Or was it simply the beginning of a much larger conversation happening behind closed doors? Insiders claim that Timothee is feeling the weight of expectation more than ever. With upcoming projects that could define his legacy, the pressure to maintain a certain image is intense. Hollywood can be unforgiving, and relationships, especially high-profile ones, often become collateral damage in the pursuit of greatness. But Kylie is no stranger to pressure either. As a global icon with a business empire and millions watching her every move, she understands the cost of fame. She's built a career on visibility, connection, and authenticity, at least as much as the public allows. Walking away from a relationship isn't just personal, it's public, strategic, and deeply scrutinized. So where does that leave them? Caught between love and ambition. Between privacy and exposure. Between two versions of success that don't always coexist peacefully. And now, the tension is reaching a boiling point. Some sources suggest that discussions about the future have already begun. Not necessarily a breakup, but questions. Big ones. About direction. About timing. About whether they can continue to grow together without one having to sacrifice too much. Because in relationships like this, compromise isn't just emotional, it's structural. And then comes the moment everyone's been waiting for, the potential turning point. Following Coachella, both Timothee and Kylie have noticeably shifted their public presence. Appearances together have become less frequent. Social media interactions, subtle but telling, have slowed. And while neither has confirmed anything, the silence itself is becoming louder than any statement. Is this a strategic pause? Or the quiet before a very public storm? Fans remain divided. Some believe this is just another phase, a natural evolution of a relationship under intense scrutiny. Others are convinced that the signs point to something more serious, a gradual distancing that could lead to an inevitable split. But here's the reality. Relationships at this level don't break overnight. They shift. They stretch. They adapt, or they don't. And when they don't, the cracks begin to show in ways that no amount of public appearances can fully conceal. The real question isn't whether they're at a breaking point. It's whether they're willing and able to rebuild before they reach it. As the story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the world is watching. Every move, every absence, every subtle clue will be dissected and discussed. And until either Timothee or Kylie chooses to speak, speculation will continue to fill the silence. So what do you think? Is this just pressure from fame taking its toll, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for one of Hollywood's most talked about couples? Drop your opinion below, join the conversation, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates, because this story is far from over, and the next chapter could change everything. And just when it seemed like the noise surrounding Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner couldn't get any louder, a new layer of complexity begins to emerge, one that shifts the narrative from speculation to something far more personal, far more complicated, and possibly far more worrying for the future of their relationship. Because behind every viral clip, every red carpet glance, and every carefully curated public moment, there are decisions being made in private, decisions that could define not only their relationship, but their individual paths moving forward. And here's what insiders are starting to hint at now. Timothee, known for his intense dedication to his craft, is reportedly entering a phase of his career that demands complete immersion. New roles, new creative risks, and a growing reputation as one of the most serious actors of his generation mean that every choice matters. Every headline, every association, every distraction, scrutinized. And while his relationship with Kylie has undeniably brought him into a different kind of spotlight, some close to him are beginning to question whether that spotlight aligns with the image he's trying to build. Not because Kylie is a problem, but because the worlds they represent are fundamentally different. And that difference, once exciting, is now becoming complicated. On the other side, Kylie Jenner continues to dominate her own empire, expanding brands, shaping trends, and maintaining a level of influence that few can match. Her life moves fast, fueled by visibility and constant engagement. For her, being seen isn't optional, it's essential. It's part of the brand, part of the identity, part of the success. So what happens when one person needs to step deeper into privacy, while the other thrives in the spotlight? That's where the tension quietly builds. Reports suggest that scheduling alone has become a challenge. Time zones, commitments, appearances, two lives moving at high speed, but not always in the same direction. And while long-distance dynamics aren't new in Hollywood, they do add pressure, especially when both individuals are operating at peak intensity in their careers. But here's the twist that has fans paying even closer attention. There are whispers, unconfirmed, but persistent, that conversations between them have recently shifted tone. Less about the present, more about the future. Less about moments, more about meaning. Questions like, where is this going? What are we building? And more importantly, what are we willing to sacrifice? Because at this level, love isn't just about connection. It's about alignment. And alignment, right now, seems uncertain. Then came a moment, quiet, subtle, but impossible to ignore for those watching closely. A recent public outing where the energy felt different. Not cold. Not distant. But measured. controlled. Almost as if both were aware of the narrative forming around them and choosing, very carefully, how much of themselves to reveal. Was it intentional? Or was it instinct? That moment has since sparked countless discussions online. Fans dissecting every frame, every glance, every pause. Trying to find meaning in the smallest details. Because when answers are absent, interpretation takes over. And interpretation can be powerful. Some believe this is simply a recalibration, a necessary adjustment as two high-profile individuals navigate an unusually intense spotlight. Others see it as something more fragile, a relationship slowly bending under the weight of expectation, trying to hold its shape but beginning to feel the strain. And then, another layer. Industry voices, people who understand the mechanics of fame, have started weighing in. Quietly. Carefully. Suggesting that moments like this are often turning points. Not always endings, but decisions. Points where couples either redefine their relationship or begin to outgrow it. It doesn't happen loudly. It happens in conversations no one hears. In choices no one sees. In priorities that slowly shift until the path forward becomes clear, whether together or apart. And that's where the story becomes less about what we see, and more about what we don't. Because behind closed doors, away from cameras and speculation, Timothee and Kylie are likely facing the same reality many couples do, just amplified on a global scale. Balancing ambition and connection. Individual growth and shared direction. Public image and private truth. And the truth is, those things don't always align perfectly. But here's the part that might surprise you. Despite all the rumors, all the speculation, and all the perceived tension, there's no confirmed breaking point. Not yet. No official statements. No definitive actions. Just signals, subtle, shifting, open to interpretation. Which means one thing. The story is still unfolding. And in many ways, this is the most critical chapter, the one where outcomes aren't decided by headlines, but by choices. Real ones. Difficult ones. The kind that define not just relationships, but identities. Will Timothee choose to double down on his career, creating distance where closeness once existed? Will Kylie adapt to a more private dynamic, stepping back from the constant visibility that defines her world? Or will they find a middle ground, something rare, something balanced, something that allows both to exist without compromise? That's the question no one can answer yet. But the clues are there. In the silence. In the space. In the subtle shift of presence that fans are only beginning to notice. And as the days pass, that silence may start to speak louder than any headline ever could. Because in Hollywood, it's not always the loudest moments that matter most. Sometimes, it's the quiet ones, the ones where everything changes, without anyone realizing it until it's already happened. So now, all eyes remain on them. Watching. Waiting. Wondering. Is this just another phase in a high-profile relationship? Or are we witnessing the early signs of something much bigger, something that could redefine how we see not just them, but the balance between love and ambition in the modern spotlight? Whatever the answer is, one thing is certain. The next move, whether seen or unseen, will matter more than anything that's come before. And when it happens, it won't just be a moment. It will be a turning point. And now, as the narrative surrounding Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner continues to evolve, a deeper question begins to surface, one that goes beyond headlines, beyond speculation, and straight into the core of what makes or breaks relationships under extreme pressure. Because this isn't just about two celebrities. This is about timing. And timing, in Hollywood, can be everything. Sources are beginning to suggest that what Timothee is facing right now isn't just career momentum, it's a defining window. The kind of window that doesn't stay open forever. The kind that demands absolute clarity, precision, and, at times, sacrifice. Every project he chooses from this point forward could shape how he's remembered for decades. And with that kind of weight, even the smallest distraction can feel magnified. But here's where things get even more intense. Some insiders claim that it's not just external pressure influencing him, it's internal. A growing awareness that he's stepping into a different league of stardom. One where perception matters just as much as performance. And in that space, relationships, especially highly visible ones, are no longer purely personal. They become part of the narrative, part of the brand. And that realization can change everything. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner remains a force that cannot be ignored. Her influence spans industries, her reach extends globally, and her identity is deeply tied to visibility. For her, stepping back isn't just a personal choice, it's a business decision with real consequences. Every appearance, every post, every public moment contributes to a carefully maintained ecosystem that fuels her success. So again, the question returns, but now with more urgency. Can two people exist fully in their own worlds, without those worlds eventually pulling them apart? Because right now, it's not just about distance. It's about direction. And direction determines everything. There are growing whispers that their inner circles, friends, advisors, industry insiders, are beginning to play a more active role. Not in a controlling way, but in a protective one. Offering perspectives. Raising concerns. Highlighting risks that might not be obvious in the middle of an emotional connection. And sometimes, those voices, no matter how well-intentioned, can create even more tension. Because suddenly, it's not just two people making decisions. It's two ecosystems. Two support systems. Two entirely different interpretations of what success should look like. And when those interpretations clash, even subtly, the impact can be profound. Then came another moment that caught attention, not because it was dramatic, but because it was absent. An event where many expected them to appear together. They didn't. No explanation. No clarification.